Alrighty, welcome to a 4-on-4 team draft. I'm passing to Andrew Cuneo here, so he does like to draft blue. It's myself, Strider, Billy the Kitty, and Salvato. Great squad, battling against Burning Trees, Gainsay, that's Cuneo, Heisenberg, and Mark Blackwind. So, got a good battle here. Not a great pack. Got an Underground Sea, got an Ocelot Pride, Othari, Council's Judgment. The rest is also pretty good. I mean, there's Bayou, there's also Steam Vents. I'm kind of considering just taking Ocelot Pride. I think this card is just kind of nuts. Honestly, I think it's the right pick. I'm going to first pick Ocelot Pride there. There's Marsh Flats and there's Adeline. I like Adeline, but I think I'm still going to take Marsh Flats here. A black-white fetch, pretty great to go with Ocelot Pride. There's also like Bronco, Warlock, Adeline. I also wouldn't mind wheeling any of those. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 cards get taken. So Undercity Sewers, yeah, there's a chance one of those wheels. I just think taking a fetch land here is better. It's so much more flexible. And I don't really know exactly where I'm going to end up. Here I might just take Sarah Paragon, though. I'm very impressed with this card as well. Sarah Paragon is just a really strong card. There's also Carnage Interpreter. This is a black fetch. And, ooh, I could make 8 clue tokens if I play them in the same turn. I mean, honestly, this makes 4 clues, so you're going to get to City's Blessing no matter what. But I still think Sarah Paragon is better here. Sarah Paragon, I think, is just really fantastic. Good with a fetch land, too. Oh, and here, there's a nice little Tide Hollow Sculler, starting to Black-White Disruption. I do like that deck a lot. There's a Preordain as well. That's probably the best card. I don't think I'm supposed to take it here. And then maybe I'll get Marionette Apprentice or Touch the Spirit Realm back, but I'm going to take the Sculler here. And here, we have Grief and Silent Clearing, Shieldred's Edict, and Usher of the Fallen. It's kind of interesting set of cards. I don't think I'm going to take Grief. It doesn't really work with many of the cards I have. I'm kind of curious about Usher versus Silent Clearing. I think those are better than taking Ballista or Shieldred's Edict. I kind of want to just take Silent Clearing. Getting a black-white fixing land is good. Now I'll take Intrepid Adversary. I think that's a pretty good follow-up here. Still don't want to necessarily take so much black that I have Evolved Sleeper. Passing Channel and Grist, and I guess Satya, those are good cards, but I think Intrepid Adversary is pretty good for where we're headed. And then this pack, I will be taking it. I'm going to take Fire Covenant. Maybe I'll splash it if I end up with good Mardu mana, though passing Oliphant's a little painful for that. But even if I don't, as much as I would like Endotha Triumph, Marsh Flats is still a black-white fetch, even if you can't get both at once, and Covenant is just the kind of card that this deck would have a hard time beating, so it's definitely the best card in the pack, and even potentially splashable. Ooh, Iridescent Vine Lasher, 1 mana 1/2 with landfall, deal 1 to your opponent, and it has Offspring 2. I kind of want that, though. No, I should take Elegant Parlor. Yeah, I should. I have a fetch. I could end up splashing Fire Covenant. I could end up just being Mardu, which I think is just a good deck. And as much as Vine Lasher seems like it'd be sweet, I don't think it's what I want here. Here, I don't really know if I'm splashing blue. There's 2 good blue cards here. The Wayfinder doesn't do much. I guess I could take Bayou. I don't know. Maybe I could end up in 5 colors or something. Okay, Caustic Bronco Wield. I'll take that over Warlock. Happy about that. And then this pack, Metamorph could be okay. I don't think I want Talon Gates here, so let's just take the Metamorph. Maybe I'll play it, maybe not. And then here, I think I just take Marionette Apprentice. Seems like it could be good. I've got a couple ways to make tokens for Ocelot Pride. Passing Gristlebrand and Omnath. I don't think we've passed a lot of Reanimate stuff, so I don't really worry about passing Gristlebrand. And then, Shieldred's Edict. I guess I should take that over Colonnade. This looks like a good Shieldred's Edict deck, and I don't look too close to wanting a Celestial Colonnade. So I have 2 black-white lands, and then maybe a red-white or black-green land. Not sure which of those I'll need. Obviously, red-white looks more likely right now. Oh, and that's a Mox Jet. Black's quite open, and we're opening Mox Jet. You love to see it. Passing Recurring Nightmare, which I don't think is a big deal because of that late Gristlebrand. Itali, I guess Counterspell is probably the best card I'm passing. Upheaval, Barrowgoyf. All right, well, easy Mox, followed by probably just Thoughtseize. I like Demonic Tutor in some decks. It's not very good in this kind of deck. This deck's pretty low to the ground. I just want to be more efficient, and I don't really have anything to tutor for. Thoughtseize is great in this kind of deck. As much as I like Windswept Teeth, and actually even would be a black-white land thanks to Bayou, I think I got to just take Thoughtseize here. Thoughtseize is just a very strong card. Vindicate might come back. I think I might be the only person who wants that. And then here, Troll of Khazad-dûm. All right, well, a black-white duel would be really nice to pick up, but I think I do take Troll. This is kind of a weak pack. There's like Memory Jar, Sowing Mycospawn, Spellseeker as cards, but Troll is solid. And then now I kind of want to take Blood Crypt. It's a way to get red mana off of Troll and untapped red off Marsh Flats. There's also Inquisition, but I already have Fire Covenant, and I bet I could splash like Inti or Gut or something like that. Bombardiers if I'm lucky. Passing a Pest Infestation, but I'm okay with that. Okay, the Bayou doesn't look like it's going to be very useful. So I got Marsh Flats and some good fetchables. All right. I like where we're at here. Ooh, and here I'm actually in a position to take Dauthi Voidwalker. Really? Can you? What a dog. Yeah, I mean, Dauthi Voidwalker is fantastic if you can cast it. Chain Lightning I like also. I'd be really happy if I wheeled Concealed Courtyard. Honestly, there's a bunch of cards I would consider playing, but I think if you're in a position to be able to take Dauthi Voidwalker, the card is really strong. Oh, and now there's Savai Triumph, Black-White Red Land. Perfect. Passing a Sanguine Evangelist and I guess a Bone Shards. Shipping a Jace, but shipping a Jace isn't even anything special these days. His star has fallen considerably. And then here, oh, Godless Shrine. Perfect. Because the main problem with black-white is the mana, and getting to cast Ocelot Pride into Dauthi Voidwalker sounds like a really good deal to me. Passing up on Hero and Beza the Bounding Spring, but I'm not too worried, especially since we can pick up cards like Emperor of Bones. This is one of my favorite cards in Cube right now. It's very underrated. 2 mana 2/2, and it exiles a card on upkeep, or sorry, beginning of combat. And then when it adapts for 2 mana, it becomes a 4/4. So you're already talking a pretty big creature and puts a creature back into play. I love the Emperor of Bones. There's also Recurring Nightmare. I don't really have much that's great with it. I guess it's okay with Metamorph. There's also Eagles of the North as just another fixer. Or I could hate an Atali. I could take Mana Confluence, but my goal is to not have to play Mana Confluence. Let's just take the Recurring Nightmare. I don't know. There's a chance we might want it. All right, Vindicate is a nice pickup. Passing a Kappa Cannoneer and a Foundry, but Recurring Nightmare I'm not sure about yet. Here, I guess I'll just hate the Mycospawn is probably the best card. I don't know. Here, I'm just going to hate Ketria Triumph. It's also strong. Oh, Concealed Courtyard. This deck has 1, 2, 3, 4 untapped black-white duels, plus a tapped one, and these 2 red-black lands. I mean, going into the last pack, I need some playables, but being able to cast any black-white card easily and then still splashing red pretty effectively, 4 red duels, means I'm definitely playing Fire Covenant. Oh, 5 if you count Troll. And I could easily play red or black or white cards as necessary. And then here, I'll take the Ashen Rider. Maybe I'll get it going with Recurring Nightmare. Who knows? Probably not, but it is a potential possibility, and I don't really want to pass an Ashen Rider. I don't really care too much about passing Voice of Resurgence. Last pick, Firestorm. All right. Going into pack 3 here. Maybe get a nice Pearl to complete the set. No, but I could open a Flash. It's also Skyclave Apparition and Inti. I kind of think I'll pass Flash. I don't know. They passed an Ashen Rider like last pick, basically. Passing Emrakul. There's a Guy's Cradle in the pack. Yeah, this is a pack full of strong cards, but I think I just take Skyclave here. It's good with Paragon. It's good with Metamorph. It's potentially decent with Recurring Nightmare. I think that's better than taking Inti. I like our setup, though. Maybe this Recurring Nightmare does make the cut. It's also even possible I could splash green. I have a Bayou if I really need to. Here, I guess I'll take Scrubland. I do think I have enough fixing at this point, but like I just don't need Dark Ritual in this deck all that much. I think I'd rather just take the Scrubland and just basically have perfect mana. And then now, oh, I love Lingering Souls. There's also Force of Will, Flage, Fatal Push, Collective Brutality, Time Twister, a bunch of good cards. Honestly, I kind of want to play Flage, but I should just take Lingering Souls. That's the place to start here. Lingering Souls is quite good, and I think I would be more sad if I didn't have a Lingering Souls than a Flage. Maybe Flage Wheels, I'm not sure. And passing both Force and Time Twister I think is acceptable, even if I'm not thrilled about it. And then this pack, well, there's an Urza here, but in pack 1, I think we saw, or pack 2, I saw a pretty late Kappa Cannoneer, so I'm not that scared of passing the Urza. I think I'm just going to take Crabomination. It's great with Recurring Nightmare. It's great with Metamorph. I can emerge it off Tide Hollow Sculler. Emerging it off Mox doesn't really do much. This makes me wish I took Dark Ritual, but I'm still going to take the Crab here. I think the Crab's pretty good. Okay, got about 1 million duels here. Yeah, Recurring Nightmare is probably in at this point. Oh wow, now there's an Archon. I just don't have a way to get into the graveyard is the problem. I mean, I guess I have Firestorm. I think I'll just take Snuff Out. Snuff Out's pretty busted. I'm happy to just have a Snuff Out here. Let's pick 5. A couple more picks. Right now we're at basically 21, 22 lands, so I need like 3 or 4 playables. Not too worried about finding them though. And then this pack has a Life Death that I'm not too stoked about. There's Liliana and there's a Wasteland. Could be a kind of nice Wasteland deck. Yeah, just Mox makes Wasteland better. 1-drop makes Wasteland better. I kind of wish I had that Usher of the Fallen now. I could also just take Liliana. This could be a decent Liliana deck. It's got some play to it. All right. Or yeah, I'll take Liliana. I think Liliana is pretty reasonable here. Passing some good cards in this pack still. I think Liliana with like Emperor of Bones and like Dothy Voidwalker, Recurring Nightmare, like discarding a big thing. It does like enough things. Plus this deck looks like it's gonna want to trade 1-for-1 a good amount. Thoughtseize, Liliana, Vindicate, Covenant's like a 3-for-1, 4-for-1 sometimes. This pack has, Smuggler's Copter over Vamp. Oh, I could actually, no, I'm just going to take Chaos Defiler. This is a good Chaos Defiler deck. It's great with Recurring Nightmare. I'm splashing red. I can emerge the Crab off it for 2 mana. Yeah, that sounds great. Sorry, Smuggler's Copter. This actually, we're turning into a value deck here. I have this Ashen Rider. Is there a chance I could play it? I just have the 1 discard outlet is the problem. Now there's a Shadowy Backstreet too. Super late sneak. Could I be a sneak deck? As weird as that might sound, I don't think so. Sneaking Crab and Defiler, I guess Angel. I mean, it's probably responsible to cut the sneak anyway. I already have a Surveil land here. And then maybe I get to play the Ashen Rider. Kind of weird direction, but I don't know. That feels like a reasonable call here. Right now I'm at 18 lands right now. I'm at 16 lands plus Mox and Troll, so I'm not worried about that. And I guess I could just take Grave Titan. And Grave Titan would also be good in this deck. Yeah, this deck actually has a pretty nice cohesive plan to it. Wrath of the Skies I'll take as a sideboard card. I could see some matchups where that's good. And then Balrog of Moria. All right. Balrog, so I can cycle it for 3 in a red, draw a card, make 2 treasures, and then I could Recurring Nightmare it, or use it that cycling mana to cast with some of these other big things. Yeah, I mean, it might even be a Palantir deck at this point. Oh, I guess I'll take Blackcleave Cliffs over Leyline Binding. Leyline Binding would cost 3 mana for me most of the time. Yeah, let's just take the Blackcleave Cliffs. Guess I'll hate a Wall of Roots. All right, and a last pick, Eureka. Huh, weird direction, but I kind of like where we're at. All right, taking a look at this deck, we got just, black, white, splash, sneak. That's no big deal. I actually do think that the sneak part works here, and we can run a pretty nice Recurring Nightmare deck. Let's see. So right now, this is a few cards over. We're at 13, 15 mana sources, counting Troll, so let's see, do we want 1 mountain? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red for basically Sneak and Fire Covenant plus Chaos Defiler and Balrog. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Like 3 swamps and 2 plains is probably fine. Let's say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 black. Oh, plus troll. I mean, I guess I should probably just make it more even. Something like that. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable place to be. I just need to cut 2 cards now. I guess I could cut Intrepid Adversary. It's good with Lingering Souls, but that's about it. I don't think I want Enlightened Tutor. Well, here's the use case for Enlightened Tutor. It can go get Palantir, Metamorph, Recurring Nightmare, Sneak Attack, Chaos Defiler. So it can get, Sculler, and I guess Jet, but that's not that big of a deal. Yeah, this is actually not a crazy bad Enlightened Tutor deck. Getting Sneak or Nightmare or... I can't get the crab, sorry. Sneak, Nightmare, or Chaos Defiler. So it can get a reanimation spell, a sneak attack, or a reasonably big creature plus Metamorph. And then Skull or Palantir Jet as kind of fallbacks. Okay. Well, I still need to cut 2 then. It might be that I need to cut one of the big creatures. Maybe Balrog, maybe Grave Titan. It's kind of nice that Balrog puts itself in the graveyard, so when it dies you may exile it. Oh, you can't really loop this with Recurring Nightmare because when it dies you have to exile it. All right, I guess I'm not as into that. And then I could get rid of Marionette Apprentice, but I don't know that I want to do that. It's pretty good with Recurring Nightmare. Decent with like Lingering Souls, Grave Titan, just anything that, cares about tokens. And I think the Palantir is kind of nice in this deck. So I'm not going to get rid of the Ocelot Pride. I think the Pride is just too easy to win games with. I mean, it's funny. I ended up kind of black-red almost, but I mean, do I want this Firestorm? The problem is I just have 1 Recurring Nightmare. I don't have anything else. So, no, I have Emperor Bones. I have 2 ways to get something back. I think Firestorm is probably not what I'm into. I mean, is there a chance I take out like a Skyclave Apparition? If I took out Skyclave, I could make my mana a little better. Ocelot Pride, I think, is still just good enough. Though I like Skyclave with Recurring Nightmare too. Maybe it is the Marionette Apprentice then. Maybe that is the weak link. All right. Let's do that, and let's see how this goes. All right. Time for round 1, and I'm on the draw here. Yeah, I will keep this hand because I can just Enlightened Tutor for Mox Jet, which it might seem silly, but I think is a reasonable way to go. Turn 1 Plains, end of turn Enlightened Tutor for Mox. Turn 2 Skyclave or Lingering Souls into Tide Hollow Sculler plus Recurring Nightmare. I really don't mind it. All right, well, drawing a mountain doesn't really change that too much because I think getting a Mox and playing a 3-drop on turn 2 sounds good, especially since it also fixes my mana for my 2 black spells. So I think that's going to be my plan. Oh, Deep Cavern Bat. Okay. Well, I'm going to let Mark take Enlightened Tutor, I think. I just suspect that he wouldn't take Enlightened Tutor. I don't know. I don't really want him knowing I'm drawing Mox Jet. I guess the risk is if he does take Tutor, that's a little annoying, but I guess would be surprised if that was the take. And I don't really want him taking Skyclave Apparition because I would like to Skyclave the Deep Cavern Bat. Not sure what he ends up taking here as a result, though. All right, well, Skyclave got taken. I'm still just going to Enlightened Tutor here. Get Mox Jet. And then turn 2, land, Mox, Lingering Souls here. I think it's going to be the plan. And then next turn I can Tide Hollow Sculler. And if I draw another black, I could actually flashback Lingering Souls at the same time. Don't mind that. And maybe at some point get a little Recurring Nightmare going. Oh, Daze. Okay. I'm okay with that. I mean, I guess against Day's Sculler would have been kind of nice. Would have seen it coming, and then I could have played around it. But I'm okay with my Lingering Souls getting dazed. It's the card advantage kind of gets back the Enlightened Tutor card disadvantage. So Mark's got an island here. Could at the very least play Island Go, but might have a different play to make. That's what it's looking like. And I'm hoping to just draw a black source or a good spell, I guess. But either of those would be pretty nice. All right. Crabomination. Okay. Maybe at some point here. Let's go Tide Hollow Sculler. Let's see what's up. Stern Scolding. All right. So it goes. Still could use, I mean, next turn drawing a black would be really great. So I guess Sculler would have gotten Stern Scolding last turn. And then he wouldn't have had to return a land. Oh no, he was tapped out. So I guess it would have worked out better to play Sculler last turn. Black would be great because that gets me not only to go Lingering Souls plus Recurring Nightmare, and Recurring Nightmare Sculler, it also gets me closer to casting Crabomination. I mean, I think the way I win this game is just drawing black mana. Yeah, let's play the Bronco, I suppose. Pass the turn. And he surveilled to the top. I don't really like that. Makes me nervous for whatever's coming next. Maybe Caustic Bronco can find black mana. Okay. Mox Pearl. Sure. And at some point I will get to Lingering Souls and stop that Deep Cavern Bat from bashing me. And it does not look like we're getting ninja'd quite yet. So he's got to play something here, I would imagine. Interesting. Savai Triumph, huh? I think I just go to attack first. Against Smirking Spelljacker, it's so much better to attack first. All right. Black mana is good. Another black card. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is just flashback Lingering Souls. That's going to be my plan. Oh, Subtlety. All right. Subtlety works, I suppose. Take a little damage. Let's see. Lingering Souls. And then play Savai Triome. And now drawing any land would be great. Because I can just cast Crabomination. And if I can get Crab plus Recurring Nightmare going, I'll win pretty quickly. It's been an uphill battle finding black mana this game. I will say that. Sneak Attack would be an interesting draw. Strip Mine on my Savai Triumph. Damn, that really sucks. Okay. If Mark doesn't have another threat, then maybe it's not going to be too bad. He might not think I need the mana that much. Maybe he needs the mana for something, but my guess is this Savai Triumph is not long for this world. There's basically just two options. Either he strip mines it or has like an expensive card. Neither of those I'm really that in love with. But yeah, you got to do what you got to do. Really just drawing a swamp would be fantastic here. All right, but no plays, please. Yes, no, maybe. I'm at 12. So far, blue-black tempo type stuff. I think that besides black mana, I mean, I guess there are some cheap spells I wouldn't mind drawing. All right. So he had an expensive card and... Oh, interesting. Oh, I'm just slamming Sneak. If I can just hold for one turn, I take 8 going to 4 here, but then I get to sneak in Crab and cast Skyclave. Oh man, what is this? This is his last card. Okay. So, Carnage Interpreter. All right. Well, plus crack a clue. All right. Let's go. Now I draw black. I can sneak in Crab, but it wouldn't it wouldn't necessarily do that much. I think I'm going to go Skyclave, eat the Carnage Interpreter. I think it's that or eat the Subtlety, but no, then there's two things. All right, let's get the Carnage Interpreter. Play Godless Shrine and pass the turn. And then I'm going to sneak in Crab mid-combat here and hope it works out. Because I would like to block that Harvester of Misery. What is this? Pre-combat cast on something. Like I said, I don't like it. I could have end of my turn used Sneak. But I think this is going to be better. Also, they have multiple, Sack and Clue, multiple counters in the graveyard. So it's possible that Sneak in response here could be good. Depends what this is. If it's a creature that gets countered by Stern Scolding or Daze, so Rafine, huh? If I sneak this in, I have a 25% chance of hitting Stern Scolding. But then this doesn't attack. I kind of want the Harvester to get blocked down. But then I guess the Subtlety... Yeah, I guess I should just sneak this in. This has been a beating of a game. Felt like I kept being so close, you know. All right, let's sneak in the Crab. I hit the Stern Scolding and 2 lands. All right, let's Stern Scolding the Rafine then. Fair enough. And then I just get hit down to 1 here, and then the Crab dies end of turn. I guess that's going to be the plan here. And then I can Recurring Nightmare, get back Crab. I mean, the Subtlety is going to be a problem still, but we'll see. We'll see if we can get there. Maybe Recurring Nightmare and try to hit Rafine. Let's see. Let's draw for turn. All right. I also have Emperor of Bones. I could put Rafine into play. So I could go Emperor of Bones, or I could put Deep Cavern Bat into play, I guess. That costs 4 mana. Or I could sneak it in. Okay, so here's what I think I'm going to do. Sneak attack, paying a red. Put in Emperor of Bones. Cast Recurring Nightmare. I don't want to do this yet. Let's go Emperor of Bones, go to attack. Target Deep Cavern Bat, I think. And then I don't think I attack with the Emperor of Bones. And then a Recurring Nightmare, the Crab, sacking the Skyclave, and I hope to hit something great. The top card's got to be something awesome here. I hit Kaito, Daze, Concealing Curtains. All right. So I guess I can put in Kaito. And I can make a Ninja. And then this end of turn, I can make a Bat to block, go to 2. No, we're still just going to die to Subtlety plus Harvester. Guess I'll draw a card. And didn't quite get there. What I was going to do is end of turn in response to the Sneak trigger, put a counters on, get the Bat into play to chump for a turn, but I just ended up slightly too short there. All right, blue-black stuff. That makes me want Enlightened Tutor less. Just it's so much worse when they're disrupting you. And I think something like Marionette Apprentice a little bit more. It's just a good cheap value play. I think that's going to work out better. Yeah, that was painful. I just needed black mana earlier. I just ended up too short there. All right, well, this hand is good. Turn 2 Bronco on the play with turn 3 potentially metamorphing it and having a Fire Covenant in hand. Scrubland. All right, we'll put that on top. My hand is kind of expensive. I feel like keeping one land is probably fine. I guess I'm glad I did. All right, strip mine, sure. That's not a big deal. Like I said, I'm very glad I did keep that on top. Then next turn, I'm still just going to play Caustic Bronco. Could get Dazed or Stern Scoldinged. Oh, we're just getting Inquisition first. Oh, Nethergoyf? Okay. Nethergoyf, I can't say I mind, because that is just a nice little setup for Fire Covenant here. Currently, it's a 1/2. Dark Ritual, play a creature. Oh, yeah. Perfect. So I'm going to take some damage here. I'm going to take a bunch of damage. I'm going to take 2. Oh, playing Concealed Courtyard was a reason to play the Mountain last turn. Didn't really think of that. I'm going to take 8 here. Days would have been nice. I would have just been dead. And then this is going to attack and hopefully not kill me. It had Tide Hollow Sculler. Okay. Next turn, I can maybe go Sculler and then attack. I could, let's go Sculler and see what's up. Stern Scolding is what's up. All right. I'm going to attack. I could die to Ashen Rider, I guess, but I feel like I should just attack still. Palantir. All right, well, let's play Concealed Courtyard past the turn. And then next turn, I can go Sarah Paragon, Elegant Parlor, and then Crew the Bronco. Seems like a pretty reasonable play to me. I guess Troll or Ashen Rider killed me there. To fortune favors the bold, to the victor go the spoils. I attacked him with this anyway. What is this? Carnage Interpreter. Oh, 2 cards in hand? Okay. Oh, Emperor of Bones? Interesting. Still probably worse than just casting Paragon and hoping that I don't die next turn to Carnage Interpreter. I'm going to double block it. I just hope Mark doesn't draw a removal spell in the next 2 cards. And if it's the second card down, it has to cost 2 mana. Okay, here goes Sarah Paragon and then Elegant Parlor. I double block, it trades for the Paragon, and then I go Sneak Grave Titan and hopefully win the game based on that. Seems to be a pretty good plan. Oh, and I get to surveil a Lingering Souls into the graveyard? Even better. Okay. Big draw step here. Let's see if we get taken down. Pass the turn. Draw. Still large. Okay. Ooh, Surveil Land. If it surveils to the top, I don't like it. Surveil Land was like a decent way to start that off. 0 mana card selection. Surveil to the top? Okay, I hope it's just a good card and not a I'm dead on the spot card, but what am I going to do? Nethergoyf could also come out this turn as a potential option. Okay, well, I don't look dead. All right. I will double block. I assume the Paragon goes first here. All right. And then what? Left a card on top. Okay. Just draws that card and casts Deep Cavern Bat. Oh. Okay. Well, can take the Sneak, but my hand is pretty good still. I think what I might end up doing is going like Palantir plus Flashback Lingering Souls potentially. If I draw a land, I could just cast Grave Titan. I'm kind of assuming the Sneak's getting taken here. It is possible the Grave Titan is what gets sniped, but I mean, it's not an easy decision. I feel pretty good about this position, though. Despite being at 3, there's another Goyf in the graveyard as well. I've got life gain if I reanimate the Sarah Paragon and then get something back, maybe, or I just don't need life gain because I'm not getting hit again here. But we'll see what gets taken. All right, Sneak does indeed get taken down, and yeah, I think Lingering Souls plus getting Palantir going sounds like a good plan. And I'm not going to attack. This time I'm not doing it. Well, I wish I had. I would have even hit a land drop this turn. What a shame. Okay, land were my top three. Well, I'm pretty far from dying to creature combat with the 2 spirit tokens. Netherglyph can come in and still be instant land creature, still be a 3/4. Yeah, that's fine. Probably start by cracking clues if you don't draw anything, and then on my next turn, and if I draw a land, I'll just play a Grave Titan and then probably saddle the Bronco, but we'll see what this is. This looks like another Netherglyph to me. Probably leaving like Shieldred in the graveyard and Strip Mine in the graveyard. Maybe Stern Scolding, I'm not sure. Though you do have to watch out for the Crabomination. That can be a good one too. Figuring out what to leave in your graveyard. It's a little trickier depending on what my opponent has, like in terms of animates versus me having Crabomination, but okay, I think this Netherglyph's going to come out eventually. That's what appears to be getting cast. I suppose we'll find out, though. All right. I think we're still casting it. We've been in the process of for a while. Oh, this is just cracking clues. I see. Crack clue, and then miss. Oh, Ocelot Pride. Okay. Do I have a way to gain life this turn? I guess not. Let's go Ocelot Pride. Marionette Apprentice, make a token. And then Emperor of Bones. And I think I'm going to animate or exile the Netherglyph now. But first, let's saddle this with Emperor of Bones and Apprentice, sure. And if I had a way to gain life this turn, it would be sick, because Ocelot Pride could be nice. But yeah, let's eat the Netherglyph. Should have brought it out last turn. And I think I'm just going to hit with the Bronco. I don't even hit with the Spirit tokens, I don't think. I just want to leave them both back to block in case something goes wrong. Hit a Skyclave? All right. I mean, I might have close to lethal next turn, and Mark didn't block, so maybe no sweeper coming. Crack a clue, sure. Palantir. Wouldn't mind finding something large. I'll put Snuff out on top, sure. Okay. Instant speed removal is good. I guess Shieldred's Edict, maybe Shieldred's Edict was better. I thought he might say no, but I guess at 10 probably couldn't do that, so it's going to be like a Harvester of Misery. Yeah, all right. Harvester, everything dies. And then I get to sneak in Grave Titan? Oh, I can actually just sneak in Metamorph and then copy Harvester and attack for lethal that way. The Mox didn't really matter too much. Sorry, sneak attack. Pay red. So he doesn't have anything. It's other creatures, right? Yeah, all right. I'm just going to put in Metamorph, copy Harvester, attack for 5 here. I think that'll do enough. No reason to put Grave Titan in, give him another turn. All right. Whew. Got game 2. What a grind. All right. Sideboard? No, I don't really think so. Wrath of the Skies? No. Let's just get in there. All right. On the draw here, any Mox Jets that we didn't have to Enlighten Tutor for? Wouldn't mind that. Turn 1 Sculler, perhaps? No, but I think I will keep this hand. Look, I've got turn 3 Covenant, which on the draw I think is still pretty reasonable, and then turn 4 Sneak with some awesome stuff to sneak in. And hope the sneak doesn't get countered or discarded, I guess. I don't know. Seems like a plan to me. All right, and we'll keep. Mark is mulling here. I mean, having Savai Triumph as a lead is pretty nice. Obviously, if He opens on Strip Mine. Well, that could be unfortunate, but this hand is good if it draws. If I draw like 2 lands in the next 4 cards, this hand is pretty good. Maybe even the next 5 cards, honestly. Because let's see. Yeah, I get to go draw here. Well, I don't like that. Swamp is not bad, though. Okay, there was no turn 1 Malcolm. That's nice. And no Strip Mine here. Mana Confluence is also kind of a weak land to play. So, all right, this is looking okay. Still would love to draw a Mox of my own. Deep Cavern Bat. So he drew the Mana Confluence. He kept a hand without black mana because he would have definitely played turn 1 Bat if he had it. Or drew the Deep Cavern Bat on turn 2 and just of course you don't lead with Mana Confluence on turn 1 if you don't need to. Pretty good chance this Fire Covenant's getting taken. That would be, I think, the natural pick. So actually, almost entirely, like the percentage is almost entirely Fire Covenant. It's like 95% Fire Covenant, 5% Sneak Attack or something like that. It would just really be strange not to take the card that kills the bat. That's typically what you do. Okay, well, I drew lands. So hopefully I don't get pressured too much here. And I can draw Moxjet next turn or just a card to play. I'd be fine with either of those things. Strip Mine would still be very annoying. It's my only white source, the Savai Triome, so if that goes away, then I'm in a little bit of trouble. Okay, Island. That means Shieldred isn't coming down, or Carnage Interpreter. All right. Vindicate would be a fine draw. Lingering Souls. Really just Palantir would even be okay. I guess something that plays into Subtlety would be less good, because that's definitely a card that you could have, especially since he's... Oh, we're getting ninja'd. Okay, well, I mean, I hope Fire Covenant can get me out of this. Definitely possible. All right. 15, let's go. Don't hit anything too insane. Would we hit? Crabomination? Okay. Please don't hit Fire Covenant. Maybe, I don't know. If it hits any of the creatures, it's pretty bad too. Okay, hit Swamp. And Swamp. So it didn't even hit anything. And then I can just Fire Covenant here. Okay. I now need to draw a land because the land got taken off Crab, but if I can draw a land and go, oh well, I guess the sneak is going to get taken by the bat next turn. Well, what if my top card's Mox Jet? That would be sick. Okay, Ninja into Crab, huh? Caustic Bronco. All right, well, I mean, obviously if I get dazed, I lose here. Okay, I didn't get dazed. Sneak's going to get taken now, and I'm at 6. Ugh. All right. And 2 lands got taken off the top of my deck between Ninja and Crab, so let's hope I can find one. And a land in hand. Makes me a little less likely to find a land here. Mark basically has to play Bat this turn unless he's got a counter for Sneak, because that's the most likely card for me to play. I, of course, don't have the land for it yet, but I think just a basic Plains would be a pretty nice little draw here. Dark Ritual. Well, I don't like seeing that. Whatever's coming out here is probably going to be pretty annoying. Reanimate the Crab. I see. And that hit the Sneak. Well, there we go. Okay. And I guess Bat here. Concealing Curtains. Sure. What else did the Crab hit? It just hit land, so it had to play Sneak. All right. Wow, my top card was a plains. That's so funny. We're losing here in slow motion. Yeah. Bat plays. You could take Sarah Paragon. You could take Caustic Bronco. I'm pretty dead here. Just, I don't know, getting Deep Cavern Bat into Fallen Shinobi, into Crab, into Reanimate Crab again. The second Crabomination was too much, I suppose. It stole my sneak, just like the first one stole my mountain. So even dealing with it, it still just gets you for that card, and that's a pretty big hill to climb here. All right. Deep Cavern Bat, my one castable spell. I'm at 6. There's a Mox. All right. There goes round 1. All right. Time for round 2, playing against blue-red. All right. I'm going to keep a hand that's turn 1 Sculler with Shieldred's Edict on the play. Turn 2 Vindicate, Liliana, or Palantir if I draw a land. Certainly don't think you're supposed to mulligan that hand. Okay. I'm going to take a Chain Lightning out of this hand. We'll see what I take. Oh, I am in fact taking Chain Lightning. Leaving Force, Thundertrap, Trainer, and lands? All right. Well, I'm okay with that. Force of Negation might be getting cast on turn 2. I guess Fabled Passage is probably the land that gets played on turn 1. Let's just Thoughtseize here. I'm going to take the Force of Negation. Leave the Trainer. I feel like Trainer has a chance of missing, and even if it doesn't, Force of Negation is pretty good against this hand. I don't know how long it's going to be until I draw my third land. So if I delay too long, I might end up in a spot where the Force of Negation gets me, whether they've got a blue card to pitch or not. So sure. I guess there's that. All right. Ancestral being their top card was pretty good, I suppose, for them. I revealed a Shieldred's Edict. All right, land. Can I just draw a land? Is that too much to ask for? It is. All right. Yeah, I'm going to lose now. I mean, if I drew a land, I would have gotten to make a good play over these last few turns. Ancestral means that it's going to be pretty hard to not just lose here to their extra cards. Stoneforge Mystic, getting the sword. Oh, getting Assimilation Aegis. All right. Well, I actually did mean to shield your. Did I take off? Hold on. Oh, I did. Okay. I took off a stop in the beginning of combat. I'm used to there being one more click there. Well, each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. I guess I'll do it now. Kind of ended up the same since I drew a tap land. Well, tap land means I get to cast a spell next turn, but it's looking grim out here. Black-white does typically struggle with Ancestral Recall under the best of circumstances, and being unable to play the cards in hand certainly would not qualify as the best of circumstances. Pyrogoyf. All right. Got a Chain Lightning back. Now I draw a land, and I guess I'll go ahead and play Liliana before those Thundertrap trainers hit the board. Eat the Pyrogoyf. Pass the turn. Hand is Chain Lightning and Thundertrap Trainer, Assimilation Aegis, and lands. I think this island actually already got played, though. I mean, if I can get a turn break to play Palantir, that could be something. We gonna pull the trigger on the Thundertrap Trainer now? That could be okay. I'm a little scared of that on 6 mana, because Thundertrap Trainer on 6 mana is you get 2 of these and 2 looks, so which is pretty strong. I really want to just get Palantir down. Also, given my hand is 3/3 drops, now that I've started to draw lands, I can't double spell. I'm very far away from doing that. I guess if I drew a land this turn and then drew a 2-drop next turn, that's like my best opportunity for that. But I'm probably just casting one of these cards next turn and that's it. Do I plus Liliana, I guess, is the other question. It will depend. My opponents love to ponder their options. I guess when you play black-white, you don't usually have a lot of options. That is my doing. All right. Casting something here, maybe? Yes, no? Thundertrap Trainer. All right, here it goes. Let's see what it hits. Lightning Bolt. Pretty good deck. Ancestral Bolt, Chain Lightning, Force Negation. Is Liliana getting Chain Lightning now? I would be totally good with that. All right, well, Liliana was a nice clean 2-for-1, though Pyroglyph was also a 2-for-1, so. And there's Jace. Well, I can't let Jace live. That I know. So let's go. Oh, I can double spell. That's the way to do it. All right. Snuff out the Jace. Play Palantir. Can we grind through with Palantir? Maybe? Just maybe? All right. Let's hit an expensive card, please. No. Land. I'm just going to put them both on the bottom. And flip an Angel of Despair. No, or Ashen Rider, rather. Elegant Parlor. So, we're staring down the barrel of Assimilation Aegis and Lightning Bolt, and an Ether Hub, I guess, was also in there. Who knows about the rest? I've got 2 removal spells in hand. Kitsa, Otterball Elite. Okay, that I can take out. Do I Vindicate it or play Skyclave? I guess I probably just Vindicate it because we'll see what this is actually. Kite Sail Larcenist. Well, I guess that's the one I'm going to want to kill because it's going to yoink my Palantir for the time being. Yeah, I will probably just Vindicate that because if I don't want to get my Skyclave bolted and give them a creature end of turn because it's with Palantir in play, I just want to make the game go as long as possible. Okay. Somehow he might kind of be in this. The Liliana 2-for-1 was really nice. Oh, really? The Mox Jet. Oh, okay, that makes sense, yeah. I could Sarah Paragon land. No, Mox Jet was a good play because I could ignore it, though, is the thing. Is that good? No, because if I Sarah Paragon and get Assimilation Aegis, that's pretty bad. Yeah, I guess I will kill the Larcenist. It's so bad, though. Because this Mox is already thing. Maybe I just kill. Maybe I just Skyclave. No, maybe I'll just Vindicate the Kitsa here. I think that's going to be better. The Larcenist only hits for 1 more damage. Not even necessarily more because of prowess. All right. Palantir. Let's see what we got. Bottom. Take a little damage, please. Milled Fire Covenant Recurring Nightmare. All right, that's a 6 ball. That means next turn I probably get to draw. And I can Skyclave the Larcenist. Force them to do something. I'm at 8. Oh no, this can't be good. Fury. I see. 2 removal spells in hand, huh? I think I am dead here. I can Skyclave. I mean, I guess I can Skyclave the Kite Sail Larcenist. All right. Pay the ward. Oh, I was supposed to cycle Troll first to get a land. No, that was definitely on me. They're going to let me draw now, even though I'm putting everything on the bottom. There's no way that they're just going to die to Palantir right here. I mean, I think I'm just dead, actually. Just Assimilation Aegis, the Skyclave, and then bolt me. All right, down a game. I do want Marionette Apprentice here, and I kind of want Intrepid Adversary. Well, Adversary gets bolted pretty badly, so I'm a little less likely. Enlightened Tutor is less good against Force Negation. I want this against like a deck that's not a blue deck with counters, basically. Do I want Wrath of the Skies? It doesn't sound great to me. I guess it's a way to kill Assimilation Aegis, which is kind of nice, but I have a couple ways to do that. All right. On the play here, I will keep a turn 1 Sculler again. Well, definitely going to keep this hand. Turn 1 Cycle Troll. Probably just get Scrubland. Well, I might actually get Savai Triome. So what's interesting about that is if I go turn 2 Bronco, turn 3 Marionette, that's the window to play the Savai Triome tapped. And then I have red and white mana from that, which is nice. The alternative is to just get Scrubland or Blood Crypt. Scrubland sounds better than Blood Crypt because I need double white for Sarah Paragon. But I think given that I have 2 good 2s to play in a row, there's that. Or, the other alternative is to get Scrubland. And then, actually, I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get Scrubland here. And the reason is I'm going to play turn 2 Marionette Apprentice. Oh, I drew Moxjet. Well, that actually is going to change my play. I'm just going to play Recurring Nightmare here. I wanted to lead on something that was pretty good against, I hope I don't get forced, but if I do, I do. Pretty good against Bolt and Chain Lightning. Because I didn't want to just play Caustic Bronco. Because now I get to cast Marionette Apprentice and turn the token, or the Marionette actually maybe, into the Troll. And then go from there. Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. That's annoying because I don't have an answer for that right now. Because I know that Heisenberg does have Cauldron Complete in deck. Yeah, and in hand now. All right, Snuff Out would just be the nut draw here. If I could draw Snuff Out. Oh, Liliana is also pretty great. Let's just do that. It's not even clear that Heisenberg has white mana right now, but if I just do this, I avoid the problem entirely. And then next turn, I can still make basically the same plays. I mean, next turn I could go like Recurring Nightmare back Sarah Paragon, like +1 Liliana, discard Sarah Paragon, recur it back, put it into play. Emberheart Challenger. Oh, well, that'll kill. It's got a haste. So haste prowess, and then Valiant when it gets targeted to exile the top card. So it's going to kill the Liliana, but that's okay. We can live with that. Vindicate. Don't need Vindicate right now. Let's go Marionette Apprentice. Fabricate a Servo. Recurring Nightmare, get Troll back, sack Marionette Apprentice. And then play Caustic Bronco. And even if the Bronco gets bolted, the having Troll in play is pretty gigantic. And next turn I can go Recurring Nightmare, get back Marionette maybe, or just Sarah Paragon. It would be nice to get Paragon down. Heisenberg considering bolting my Bronco, and the answer, yes, you should bolt the Bronco. That's a good idea. All right, yeah, Bronco down. And I feel like that's what was in play on turn 1 even, so that's why I led on just land go. And didn't plan on playing turn 2 Bronco. Oh, they drew Island. Kitesail Larcenist on the Troll. Oh, on Emberheart Challenger as well. Okay. I guess you can upgrade Emberheart Challenger into Kitsa, the Otter. I mean, that might be fine. I don't know. It seems okay. Yeah, sure. Shieldred's Edict, huh? Let's just hit for 6 here. I think that's ultimately going to be what I want to do. The fact that the Troll can attack right away is a pretty big game. And then I've got Shieldred's Edict. If I draw a land next turn, I can go Recurring Nightmare, get back Marionette or Caustic Bronco, probably Marionette. And then Shielder's Edict, if I don't draw a land, I could just still make the Recurring Nightmare play. Kitsa is not super dangerous. I mean, if you get up to 3 power, you can then copy something. So you have to cast spell and then cast like a bolt as your second spell and have enough mana to copy. So you need a 1 or 0 mana spell. I mean, there's obviously a lot that can do it that way, but don't mind where we're at right now. We've got some good play here. All right, Urza's Bauble. Well, there goes a spell getting copied then. Any cheap spell here, Kitsa is going to get to copy. The good thing is I'm pretty good against removal. All right, see a Sarah Paragon. So what is this? If this is an expensive spell that's getting copied, that could be pretty brutal. If this is like a Treasure Cruise or something. You're missing an attack with Kitsa, though. Oh, Dig Through Time, Prowess, copy. Wow. Okay. Well, I've already played the land, so now I get to attack for 7. I get a turn to do stuff here, but obviously 2 copies of Dig Through Time. Getting 4 cards of the top 14, well, 2 of 7, then 2 of 7, is pretty strong. Probably going to take 7 minutes, so I'll pause it here. All right. Digs have been happening, and actually pretty fast. I will say that. Okay, land. Grave Titan is really not what I wanted to draw there. Let's send, and I think I just play the Sarah Paragon. I could Shieldred's Edict the Kitsa, but it feels like Paragon is just going to be a better play for me here. Like, it uses my mana better. I don't know how likely they are to be able to copy a spell. And they'd have to have 2 spells. The second one, which they want to copy. And then hopefully I guess I draw a land next turn, so I can go Recurring Nightmare and Shieldred's Edict. It's going to depend a lot more on what Heisenberg has. I mean, the Troll is pretty big. Troll hits hard, is almost lethal by itself next turn. It has 6. And it's not the easiest thing to answer, but obviously drawing a million cards does give you a good opportunity to answer it. Okay. Dragon's Rage Channeler. That does not make Kitsa bigger. Time Walk? Okay, are they going to copy Time Walk? Because that would be a beating. Didn't know about that one. Okay, there's going to be like a bolt here, I guess, is probably the answer. Or maybe this just resolves? That'd be nice. It doesn't feel like it's just going to resolve. It feels like it's going to get copied. Getting Time Walk copied on me. Not an ideal scenario. Okay, Time Walk didn't get copied. That is definitely something. I have to take it that means Kitsa's not getting used this turn, because I can't think of anything to be better to copy than Time Walk, really. Phantasmal Image. Copy the Troll or Sarah Paragon? I mean, Sarah Paragon's kind of nice with Dragon's Rage Channeler, if you can like mill some stuff and then play it, but they kept the card on top, so I guess who knows. Troll is obviously just a very large attacker, so there is that. All right, it is indeed Sarah Paragon. Oh, with a looter, it's also nice. Sure. They already played a land. They missed out on good land looter value then. All right. And not even looting, which, I mean, I know they know their top card and their hand, so it's not great news. Let's just put it that way. What do we got here? Fury. Okay, I mean, that kills my Sarah Paragon. That does not kill the Troll. Sure. Let's see. Attack with the Channeler. Huh. So you're going to triple block, and I kill Kitsa and Fury. Or no, I kill Sarah Paragon. All right. Well, let's see what I draw here. Oh, another brick. I'm going to Elegant Parlor. Maybe I'll flip a... Oh, that's not a brick. Put into your graveyard. Recurring Nightmare. Please don't have force. Okay. If they don't have force now, they just die. Well, no, they don't just die. Sorry, Troll's not quite lethal. Very good for me if they don't have force. And they looted first, so they might not have it. Okay. Recurring Nightmare. Get back Ashen Rider. Ashen Rider. Let's just hit the Sarah Paragon. And hit with the Troll. Put you down to 1. All right, that was great. I surveilled an Ashen Rider, which was a pretty sick little swing. Hit my opponent down to 1 here, and now if Ashen Rider dies, I get to exile something. Troll's lethal. Might actually win this one. Okay, is this where the comeback trail starts? 0-1 down a game. Now we're going to tie things up and then lose game 3 to the Time Walk burn deck, you know? But well, we'll see if how that works out. All right, starting with a loot. It's a good place to start. The Dragon's Rage Channeler has to attack into Ashen Rider too. All right, discarded Flooded Strand. Well, yeah, that's not going to be too useful at 1 life. And then it's got a couple problems. One is the Troll and the Ashen Rider are both lethal and pretty hard to block. The second is that Recurring Nightmare makes things pretty tough too. I think I just blocked the Dragon's Rage Channeler. I don't think I can get burned out very easily from 13, especially with Kit's already tapped. So, and I think blocking is good. Oh, Pyrogoyf. Okay. Hit the Troll. Yeah, Troll's dead. Is Ashen Rider getting bolted? No. Oof. Got game 2. And going to game 3. Yeah, I don't really want Intrepid Adversary. Wrath of Skies, Firestorm. No, I think I am good to go here. All right, on the draw. Yeah, I definitely got to keep this hand. Turn 2, Emperor of Bones. I have Snuff Out up, probably on turn 2 as well, since I really do want to play Elegant Parlor on 1 here. Let's see what I draw. Sneak. That's nice too. All right, let's play Elegant Parlor. Ashen Rider again? I'll bin up Plains. I think I can bin Plains. I mean, I would like to draw a land at some point, but I don't think I want to fire it off right away. Kitsa. That, I think, is what I'm going to get hit with Snuff Out here. Let's play this Emperor of Bones first. Oh, Liliana. That's pretty nice too. All right. Let's crack this. I think I get Scrubland here. I don't want to pay life. I'm already paying life for this Snuff Out. I don't want to pay more life for Blood Crypt, even if it might be relevant for sneak attack. All right, pass. I get to exile this from the graveyard. I hope they've got Dig Through Time in hand. I mean, I could put Kitsa into play and loot with it, but I'm just getting bolted anyway. Okay. Black Source next turn would be awesome. Cheap Creature would be okay. Yeah, a lot of good outs. Vindicate. Yeah, I'm gonna Vindicate Island here, I think. I feel like Dragon's Rage Channeler is just not a massive threat, and I have Liliana of the Veil for it. Blowing up an island when they're on pretty low resources seems good to me. Okay. Let's see what's about to get played here. A Volcanic into an Ember Heart Challenger. Okay, land here. Land would be nice. Skyclave Apparition. Okay. I guess that will do. Let's take the Ember Heart Challenger out. It just hits for more damage here. Obviously, looting might change that. But no, that would have just been a 3/3 from prowess anyway. So sorcery and land, so they need to hit creature instant or some other type in order to give it threshold. 3 looks and 2 have to be of the right type. Well, Faithless Looting discard is a little more than that. 3 cards are going to the graveyard here, not counting the looting because it doesn't add to the types. So 2 of those 3 cards have to be new types. The first one wasn't because it didn't get surveilled into the yard. I would imagine the other 2 probably are. It seems like a pretty high priority to get this going. Yeah, Simulation Aegis and Larcenist. All right. Damage, land. Oh, that is a land. Nice. Let's go get Swamp, land, Liliana of the Veil, sacrifice Dragon's Rage, and that's the haste creature I know. So I'm just going to hit with the Skyclave. Didn't draw a land off that looting, funnily enough. So kept a card on top that wasn't a land. It might have been the Assimilation Aegis, I suppose. Here, what do I want to do? I've got opciones. I can +1 Liliana and we each discard a card, and then I go Recurring Nightmare, sack Skyclave, put a crab into play. That sounds pretty good. Okay, discard Crabomination, because their last card is going to be a good card, I assume. Discard, was that a discarded Fabled Passage? Oh, that's interesting. So it's like Time Walk, the last card in hand. All right. Seems like there's a pretty decent chance that that is the case, because intentionally not playing a land there. All right, sack. This does make the Liliana -2 a little worse because it gives them the Skyclave thing, but if I hit a Time Walk here, then we're really cruising. No, it's Assimilation Aegis, Fire, Ice, and land, and then I think Aegis on Jace is better, or maybe Fire Ice is better. Yeah, Fire on Jace I think for 2 is just better. All right, well, at this point Heisenberg has 2 lands and a 2/2, no cards in hand, facing down Crab, Liliana. Like, this is just kind of the lock. Have to play the land in order to not discard it to Liliana. I'm going to go Metamorph down to 5, I think. Make another Crab. I hit Fairy Mastermind, Faithless Looting. Let's just play the Fairy Mastermind. It's +1. I'm just going to discard the Bronco, I think. And then hit with Crab. And we're moments away from getting a match here. Let's go. We're at 5. It's pretty hard to imagine dying from here. And in fact, I didn't. Boom. 1-1. Whew, what a slog. All right. Round 3, playing against Red-White. I'm on the draw against Cuneo on Red-White Beats. I think this hand's just a mulligan. All right, this looks quite a bit better. I'll keep this and I think put Liliana back. Now I can have turn 2 Sculler, or one of these other 2 drops into turn 3 Fire Covenant. All right, Elegant Parlor. Yeah, I'll keep Plains on top. I don't love Plains compared to Swamp here, but I think ensuring I get to Covenant on 3 is pretty good. Well, his opening hand looked pretty bad. Maybe my first one would have worked out. All right, I'm going to pay the life, and I think I lead with Sculler here. It'll just give me some good information on how to play this. Well, I'm going to take Lauren and leave him with a hand of Flickering Wisp and Wandering Emperor and the Talon Gates. Okay, Flicker Wisp on just one of his own lands, sure. Draw for the turn. I'm at 18. Shield's Edict, huh? Well, let's just play Caustic Bronco first and ship the turn. No, I don't want to attack because of Wandering Emperor. Land. Though I guess maybe I could attack there, because if I attack there, then he's not going to... If he can main phase play it, that's not actually that bad. Silent clearing. Okay. Let's go Emperor of 15. All right, I'm going to go Emperor of Bones. Actually, I don't even need an end of turn stop. Pass the turn. I guess I'll exile the Soul Guide because I don't have a reason not to. And then it's going to play Wandering Emperor end of turn, I assume. Yep. And make a thing, and I'm just going to go each opponent sacrifices a Planeswalker. Emperor down. I take another hit here off of the Flicker Wisp plus the Samurai. Though I could just block the Samurai. That wouldn't be a crazy play. Because I guess I'm going to have to lose my creature at some point. I'll do this because if he wants to play Loran, then that's fine with me. I don't have a target for it. And then I get to... Oh, Flage? Oh my god. Annoying. Well, I have a good answer for Flage. I have Recurring Nightmare. And I can get back Emperor. The only problem that's really annoying is I get back Emperor of Bones. Well, no, this works out just fine. All right, so let's go Recurring Nightmare. Recurring Nightmare, Emperor of Bones, sack Caustic Bronco. I don't get to attack with the Caustic Bronco, but I do get to go to combat, exile Flage, and then do this. Yeah, this works out just fine. Put Flage into play and kill the Flicker Wisp. And then it gets exiled. All right, that was pretty sick. Emperor of Bones came down, killed Flicker Wisp and Flage, and I have a 4/4 in play. All right. And I can maybe Recurring Nightmare away the Emperor to start doing more stuff. Like I could eventually get Emperor back, exile Flicker Wisp, put Flicker Wisp into play, exile the Emperor so it can go for another ride. Oh man, he drew Touch the Spirit Realm. That was the card he drew this turn because he has Talon Gates and Loran in hand. That's annoying. That is really annoying, actually. Well, at least I get to Fire Covenant these two things. I don't get to do it until after he gets to use Loran, but that's okay. I don't mind drawing a card either. All right, land. I'm just going to play Recurring Nightmare. Oh, that was such a bad play. I'm so dumb. I thought I was just going to get to kill the Cathar Commando, but because the Talon Gates phased it out, it's not dead yet. Yeah, I still have to kill these two. I just tossed the Recurring Nightmare for no real reason. All right, let's hope I draw Crabomination, I suppose. That's Crabomination. Well, losing the Recurring Nightmare certainly made that a little worse. I will say that. Let's hope Cunio's last card isn't very good. It's Mox Ruby. All right. Oh, I could play Crab, but let's just start with Sarah Paragon. Into... Oh, Emperor Bones is exiled into Caustic Bronco. All right. Actually, it looks like we're going to be fine here. He's got no cards in hand. I think I'm really far ahead. I was winning by so much, I could just toss a Recurring Nightmare into the garbage. Let's go land... Abomination, not taking damage. Let's see if he's got a play to make in response. Nope. Boom. Easy game. All right. Well, I do want Marionette Apprentice, and I think I want Wrath of the Skies here. Palantir looks pretty bad against Loran and the Cathar Commando. Sneak gets a little worse for the same reasons. I'm going to have to try to just play and use Sneak. I'm kind of curious if I want Firestorm as well. I don't really like Liliana all that much against a lot of the stuff he's got going on too. Enlightened Tutor, he's got a lot of answers. Let's put in Firestorm and let's see if we can get some good value here. Maybe I want the Balrog in as just like a hard caster. Not sure. This hand would be perfect with a Scrubland, but I think I'm just going to mulligan. I guess I'll keep this, put a Plains back. Here I get to go turn 1 Savai Triome. Well, don't love that. Okay, Ashen Rider. If I draw Firestorm to get that Ashen Rider into the graveyard, could be kind of nice with this Recurring Nightmare. Let's see. If he's got a 3-drop here, then it's not going to go well for me. Well, he does have a 3-drop, but... All right. Let's just play the Ocelot Pride. Pass. Oh, I should have maybe just cycled Troll. Kind of thought I was just going to play Metamorph, but I guess I could block and I would gain basically 3 life, but he'd get an extra counter on the Jite. That's fine, I think. Because the counter is worth 2 damage, probably. Lingering Souls. That doesn't do a whole lot against Umezawa's Jite, I'm afraid. I could metamorph the Jite. I think I'm going to metamorph Staff of the Storyteller here. And then I'm just going to try to draw up to find Firestorm to get the Ashen Rider into the graveyard and start going for Ashen Rider recurring loops. I don't have a lot of time, but I have a little bit. If he's got a follow-up, it's kind of not great. Yeah, that's the one I was worried about, but you know, what can you do? Draw Firestorm. Emperor of Bones. I don't think any of this is going to do it. Let's go get a swamp land. I'm just going to play Recurring Nightmare and then hope that next turn I draw Firestorm to get the Ashen Rider into the graveyard. Firestorm would also let me discard Ashen Rider and Lingering Souls and probably deal 2 to the Spirit, 2 to the Loran. And then I'd put Ashen Rider into play off of Flashback, Lingering Souls, Recurring Nightmare. I mean, it would be a great draw. That would potentially turn things around. He can put me to 3 here. Obviously, that's not great either. All right, it's going to be, looks like it's going to be a game 3 to see if we get the 2-1. That would be helpful. Team's down 3-5 right now, so do need that assistance. Talon Gates on the Simian Spirit Guide. All right. Sure. Into Oliphant. Sure. Firestorm? That's not Firestorm. I think Firestorm would have done it. I would have killed those 3 and then Ashen Rider the Oliphant. Oh, yeah, I guess I couldn't kill the Simian Spirit Guide. Intrepid Adversary, Liliana. No, I like where we're at. Let's try to get it done. All right. I am on the play. All right. I'm going to keep this hand. I can go get Elegant Parlor with Marsh Flats here. So Mox into a turn 3. Turn 4 probably play and activate Sneak is going to be my plan. All right. Well, he's opened on Mox again here, which I don't love. Silent Clearing into the graveyard. Any decent 3-drops? Oh, Shieldred's Edict. Okay, so let's go Blackleaf Cliffs. Let's just each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. Okay, that's definitely a start. Now I just need to draw Ashen Rider, Crabomination, Grave Titan, so I can get a good sneak in. Oh, lovely. If it's Wasteland, no play, that actually is like perfect for how my draw is. I mean, now I guess I do need to draw another white source to play the Sarah Paragon, but I'm not that worried about that. Did he keep a hand with no white? Okay, Simian Spirit Guide? Yes. All right. Let's go. Let's go big stuff. Plains is good enough because now I can go land Sarah Paragon. And I can play Silent Clearing and crack it, or I can play Elegant Parlor. Like, those are both pretty nice combos if Sarah Paragon lives. I'm definitely not blocking the Simian Spirit Guide here. No chance. He banked on the turn 1 Inti. All right. Talon Gates, sure. Does have white mana now, though, at a bit of a cost. And now any of my big creatures are nice and live with this sneak attack. All right, we got some possibilities here. But I think my Sarah Paragon's dying. All right, get lost. So I make some map tokens. All right, so any creature here is also pretty good. And I'm not taking damage that fast. Pass the turn. Okay. Yep, he's going to hit me. He's got 4 cards in hand. Probably playing another creature this turn. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. All right, that is a good one as well. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see if we can get there. Look, I kept a land heavy hand, but between my scry land and my draws, we're at so far, I guess, 2 spells and 3 land. All right, something like that. 2 spells and 2 land, I'm not sure. I don't want to play Sneak because of Lorien. If I can draw something this turn, maybe I got something good. Wrath would be really good, Wrath of the Skies. All right, I mean, look, no matter what hand I keep, if I just draw a bunch of land in the middle of the game, I'm probably not going to win. I'm probably dead now. And we've got maybe one more draw, but even then I don't have much hope here. Yeah. Othari can even crew the Reckoner Bank Buster, so this is actually just exactly 11. All right, well, I guess that'll do it. Little Mardu Sneak did not end up getting there, and Ocelot Pride was not going to do the trick into land. All right, well, that'll do it for today. I appreciate you hanging out. Someday, maybe I'll win a match. I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow will be that day. All right, I'll be back in another draft tomorrow. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.